week 9, yes, return of the hyperload. Hyperloading! So last week we hit couplets. Today we're returning to the heavy volume hyperload stuff. We're going to be messing with a little bit of time domain. We're going to end up at the same rep scheme that we ended with 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago. Week 7, whichever one. Yeah, 2 weeks ago. Where we're going to start day 1, 4 rounds, 20 and 10 as a rep scheme. So 20 for the bilateral movements, 10 reps per side of the unilateral movements. For your practice time, the first 15 minutes of day 1 and day 3 are going to be the same in that we're working with presses, okay? Please film lots of video, shoot me the video, I love to see it, but really be focusing on really great form, not only for the first rep, but all the way through the reps. One of the things that I noticed a lot when I was pressing on my own time is my first rep would have been good, nice and stacked, okay? So I would have had a great first rep, but by the time I got fatigued, I'd be really leaning over in it. So just bear that in mind. Work within the trees that just fell over. Work within the rep schemes on day 1 and day 3, where you can really start to push the bounds of last accurate rep. So if you're doing a set of 10 and rep number 8 is starting to get a little dodgy, hopefully by your 3rd day of training this week, rep 8 feels pretty good. Rep 9 maybe still feels pretty good. Maybe it's rep 10 where you're starting to feel that form fall apart. That's the goal of these 15-minute focused training sessions. We're not trying to get a certain number of reps in. We're not trying to do a certain amount in a certain amount of time. It's not about increasing weight, anything like that. You're just trying to get better at the reps. That's it. Day number 2, so day 1, day 3, we're working on presses. Day 2, we're going to work into strict pullovers again with this little addendum. I want you to start giving yourself a pause, a little bit of a rest when your hammer is behind your body. What that's going to do is it's going to increase your stretch reflex a little bit. It's going to ask you to pull your hammer back from a slightly fatigued stretch muscle position. So if I'm over in my pullover, if I bounce back immediately, okay, that's one thing. If I go over, focus on letting the hammer stretch me a little bit, this pullover is going to be much more difficult. So that's what I want you to do for that 15 minutes, and really only take this one at a time, or maybe do a set of, I'm just throwing numbers here, make this up for yourself, but a set of 5 of your traditional strict pullovers, and then maybe a set of 2 or 3 resting pullovers where your dominant hand changes from one rep to the next, okay? This one I really encourage you to film so we can start to see what the angle is from your upper arm in conjunction with your spine. So if you're hanging out here, that's one thing. If you're starting to really create some mobility and get to the point where you can drift back, that's a good thing. We're looking for that. Okay, so here's where we're going to go for day 1. 4 rounds, 90 seconds rest in between each round. 20 reps on the bilateral, 10 on the unilateral, so we get 20 total. You're going to do multiple slams, squats at shoulder and in front support, then we're going to swing, and then we're going to pull over. And we're going to get all of the reps before you rest. So, since we're starting with the slam, I'm going to start here, get my first slam. Here's my last one. Go right into my shoulder for my squats. After my last one, I'm moving right into swings, switching each rep, and finally into the pullovers. After the pullovers are done, that's when you're going to take your 90 seconds. Day number 2, we're going to add a round, and we're going to add a little bit of rest because we're adding that round. So we're going to get 5 rounds here, but the rep scheme stays the same. We're still doing 20 and 10, but we're going to kick your rest time up to 2 minutes, okay? We are going to squat, press, swing, and then slam this time, and we're going to get them all in before you get a chance to rest. So, again, going shoulder to front support. I've got my squat, into my front support, into my squat. Then I'm going to move. I want all of the presses to be 2 to 1. So, bottom hand can stay, and we're pressing up to stability and back into position. Up to stability, back to position. If you need the push press, use it, but this hand has got to stay off the top. Okay, then we're going to move right into your swings. Again, focusing on getting some hang time. And lastly, slam, swing, and slam. That's day 2. Day 3, we're going to hold our round count strong at 5. We're going to keep our rep counts the same at 20 and 10, but our rest time is going to come down from 2 minutes to 90 seconds. Movement order, we're going to swing, pull over, squat, and then slam. So, moving into multiple swings, switching nice and high. Okay, last rep, I'm going to center, move into my pullovers. Whoop. After my last one, go ahead and shoulder up, squat, squat, and squat, and finally, multiple slams. Then you can rest. That is week 9. Next week, things are really gonna take a fun and exciting change. So get this week done. Week 10, we're gonna see Tabatas. Remember, I don't care how many bad reps you can do, neither should you.